Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Today what we are going to do is take a look at my travel budget for my upcoming trip. So I'm really excited about this. By the time you see this video, I will be in the middle of my vacation and I will be traveling. But I thought I would show you how I budget and prepare for my vacations. Using my catch-all planner. So we are in my catch-all planner, right? And in this planner, I have several custom sections, as most people do in their catch-all. Everything from pre-planning to my monthlies, which I use, and then I get into my well-being. And I have a section called Leisure and Explore because I like to travel. I like to take weekend trips. I like to take extended vacations. I am a traveling person. And so in my Leisure and Explore section, it is heavily based on travel, but I also include like my specialty pages in here, which I'm so behind. I still need to update some of these, but that's neither here nor there. The section I want to show you is the section where I keep track of my travel. So this isn't a new section for me, but these are new inserts for me. And so I've always had travel inserts. Actually, one of my Planner Joy months was a travel themed month, but I just needed to pull everything together and make it a little bit more cohesive. And that's what I did for the month of July. And so I'm really excited to go over this and show you how I used it. So I'm not going to do a full flip through right now. I will say I'm excited about this trip tracker. This is so that I can like rate the trips that I go on, and you can like print a little picture and put it here to represent where you went. I'm just so excited to use that. Okay, I also have a travel research page, and this is so that when I'm thinking about a trip, I usually do, excuse me. Okay, sorry about that cough. But when I'm thinking about a trip, I usually do a ton of research. I look at different hotels. I check their cost. I look at different transportation options, activity options, and I need a nice place to keep track of that information. And that's what this travel research page is for. Now, for this particular trip, which is a trip starting July 25th for me, I didn't have time to do all that. I mean, I did all of that, but I did it somewhere else because I didn't have these inserts ready at that time. So by the time this trip came about, I was ready to go ahead and put down my trip overview. So on my overview, what I do is I come in here and I just put down the key details, everything from my flight information, activity suggestions, how long I'll be gone, where I'm going to stay. It's really a high level overview of what I'm going to do on a one pager. And I love that. And then if I need more space, I can write that down here. The next part I have is my travel budget. And I've had several different formats of this, but I have to say I was inspired by Live Love Posh's travel planner, which I did not buy because I thought it was overpriced. But I made some changes to that layout to make it work for me. So this is very similar, but not the same. And it does work a little bit better for me. What I have done is I've relabeled some of the headers and I created a budgeted and an actual section. Because my intent is to come back and fill this out after I've completed the trip. I do this in the beginning when I'm initially thinking about my budget. Okay. I'm just kind of doing a very high level. This is how much I think I'm going to spend on food. This is how much I think I'm going to spend on accommodations and etc. And then the top section is for my budget. The bottom section is what I actually will spend. This section is very different from what, if you look at like Live Love Posh's planner, this section is similar, but it's very, very different. I like to put my expenses, but I have to have budget and actual. Like that's a thing for me. So I don't know yet how I'm going to use this. If I had set this up months ago, which is typically what I would do, I would have come in and put expenses that I had as I approached my travel day. Because you do have expenses as you approach your travel day. Whatever that is, that may be buying personal items, travel items, prepaying hotels, whatever. You typically have expenses. I didn't do that this time because, like I said, I didn't set this up in enough time. I had already bought all my pre-trip items. So I just came in here and put in what I expect to spend on my trip. Okay, so then the next section is my trip itinerary. And so this is a very long trip. I think I said it's going to be like 8 days. And so I am writing down my activities for the day and my outfits for the day. And that helps me when it comes to packing. And I actually didn't have enough room for 8 days. I had, or 9 days if you include travel days. So I had to put a little bit in notes, which is fine. I could have just printed off an extra sheet. That's the beauty of making your own inserts or buying printable inserts. You can print what you need. But I didn't want to print a whole sheet just for like 1 day. So I just put it in notes. But I loved this. I struggled with this layout a lot of designing this one. And I love how it turned out. Very pleased with that because I wanted it all on one page. Love it. Okay, so this is a packing list. I went through and I set up and I wrote down everything that I felt like I needed to pack for my trip. And then as I packed it, I checked it off. Anything that's not checked off, I haven't quite packed yet, or I haven't made a final decision about that. But in my category sheet, I don't have these categories pre-labeled. That way, if you are interested in these inserts, you can make your own categories. And that's what I did. I made my own. This is front and back. So you see, I still have a few things that I have to pack. So I am excited to go ahead and use that. Hey guys, sorry about that. I was briefly interrupted, so this is probably going to be a really awkward cut. I apologize. Okay, where did we leave off? I was just talking about, I think, just how much I have on my packing list. I still have a lot of things left to pack. So I really like this packing list though. It was very clean, very straightforward. It did help me get organized, and so I'm excited for using this for this trip. The next section is my trip prep section, and I added this to these inserts because there's no way around it. We all have a ton of things to do as we're preparing to travel. So it's odd to me not to have a travel insert package that doesn't have a section for preparation, because we all have a list of things to do. We usually have a list of things to buy. And so that's what this is. It's, you know, some of those things that I have to do and buy before traveling. So things like I had to find certain packing materials. I need to load my Kindle with ebooks. I need to create my travel anxiety book. I need to create my itineraries, change, you know, little things that just are lingering out there that you know you need to do before you leave. So that's how I use that. And then that is pretty much it. So on my inserts, I basically have a set of those inserts for each trip. Right? And that's basically what I would do. It would start with everything from travel research all the way through to packing lists. So, but this is the trip that I'm going on this week. And I'm excited for it. At the end of this insert pack, I love this. I think this is one thing that for me, it really does make my travel inserts a little bit more custom. And that is, I have a trip review section. I cannot wait to fill these out because I like to come in and journal a little bit about my trip and rate it. Like, how was it? Is this someplace I would go again? Whatever the case may be. And so that's what this trip review is from, I took inspiration from my book journal, and you know how you do a book review. So we're going to do trip reviews. And I also have a weekender page for those weekend warriors like myself, where you're just taking a quick weekend trip. You don't need all that other extra stuff. You don't need those multiple pages. And so this is like a one pager for a weekend trip. And I love this page. This set of inserts is currently not available. It will be available in my next product rollout, which will probably be the end of August, beginning of September. And then I have a suggested packing list, and I have some trackers in here that I can use. But this is how I did my travel section for this trip. Super excited to use it. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I will do a full walkthrough of these inserts when they are available for you to use, or available for you to buy at a later date. But for now, I just wanted to show you how I use it to prepare for my trips, especially this upcoming trip. So I hope you found this video useful. I know it was a pretty short video. Like I said, I think it's beneficial to see how we're all using our planners, especially catch-alls, because they can be kind of vague in approach. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a happy week planning.